No, Stephanie, really, I'm fine. I had a fun time. Well, we had a fun time when I heard it, so who cares, right?
Who's we?
Warren and me. That's not why I'm here, though. Stephanie, I'm going to need some help. And for a lot of reasons, I can't go to Aunt Jo with it, so I was wondering if I could talk to you.
Why, of course you can. For heaven's sakes, your Aunt Jo isn't the only person you can ask advice from. What's up?
This is Search for My Own Life.
Sounds good so far.
And my first step is to change my major at the university.
To what?
Well, I've been thinking a lot about science.
Science?
Stephanie, it's concrete. It's unemotional, you know? Like Aja Doyen does over Turner Instruments.
Well, honey, what about your dancing? You're awfully good.
I just don't think about it in terms of a career. I want something more substantial that depends less on sensitivity.
I take it you have not talked to your aunt about this.
No. If I do, I'm in for hours of talking about how difficult science is and about how the right decision is so important. I've been thinking about it, and all I'm really going to need is some special tutoring.
It's a good point.
Unfortunately, those tutors are going to cost some money, and so I'm looking for another job.
Oh! You want a part-time job here?
I was hoping I could put in an application.
Well, you don't even have to do that. You'd be an answer to my prayers. I'll tell you, I need a part-time secretary and reception. You do type, don't you?
Oh, of course I do.
How'd you like to start next week?
Oh, Stephanie, it's a deal. Oh, this is terrific. You're wonderful. I can start looking for a tutor today.
Yeah. As a matter of fact,
that's
you can
great.
send all the bills to me for the tutors.
No, I couldn't do that.
Why not? Consider it an employee benefit. Besides, I can use it as a tax write-off. If you feel constrained to pay me back, you can do so out of your first Nobel Prize.
All right, you got it. Oh, thank you so much, Stephanie. I appreciate this.
Oh, honey, I think it's wonderful. I'm very proud of your determination. I'm also proud of the fact that you came to me for advice and not Joanne. Now, do you want to start on Monday?
Yeah, afternoon.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Fine. Thank you. See you then.
What are you doing here?
Hi. Oh, hi. Hey, don't mind me. I'm just trying to get my camera positions all set up for tonight.
Oh, are you covering the opening of the club?
I sure am. With a little bit of luck, it should be on the show tomorrow night.
Well, that's a wonderful idea.
I hope so.
Super. Liza, I'm going to leave you in charge of this, and I'm going to check with Desmond, make sure everything's okay for tonight.
Fine. See you later, Joe. So, how was your trip to New York?
You mean Toronto?
What were you doing in Toronto?
Oh, my publisher set up an audition with the CBC.
Oh, you're kidding. That's wonderful.
Oh, not really. It was another polite thank you, but no thank you.
Oh. Well, hey, don't let that get you down.
No, it doesn't. It was really... Oh, Rusty and I had planned this wonderful trip to Denver. He was out there for a meeting. I was going to fly out. We were going to ski and all that, but...
What happened?
Well, I was suddenly called to New York. Bless his heart, he decided to fly up and surprise me. But by that time, I had this impromptu audition in Toronto. So by the time he got to New York...
You were in Toronto.
That's right.
Oh, that's awful.
That's right. He came all the way to New York to surprise me, and he didn't even know where I was.
Well, I'll bet he wasn't too happy about that.
Oh, that's an understatement, Sonny. He was rather upset. He thought I'd gone off and not even told him where I was going.
Well, you did tell him, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I left 2 messages on the machine. I bought a telephone answering machine. But when he checked it, neither one of them were there.
Oh, poor Travis.
Yeah, just when things were going so well, this had to happen, right? You know, the problem is he's under so much pressure these days. Sunburst, or for instance, today. He's got these very critical experiments going on. It's just too much stress. He needs to get away. He needs time to relax. I'm hoping this party tonight's going to remedy that. I'm going to make sure he has a good time.
Mm-hmm.
But to tell you the truth, we really need to go somewhere far away for a few days. Steal a few moments without any missed connections or lost messages. Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute. Missed connections, lost messages.
What?
Sonny, I left 2 messages on the answering machine.
Yeah?
Neither of those messages were there. But there was another message on it from my darling father-in-law.
So?
Well, you know what? I bet he still has his key to the front door. Now, isn't it possible that someone could go in there and erase my messages, record over them?
Come on, Liza, you don't think someone would do something like that, do you?
Maybe not. Maybe the machine just didn't work.
What's the matter? You got a hot seat? Playing switcheroo? I think I like you better right here. All right. I'm Patrolman Colton. C-O-L-T-O-N. I've got the bad luck of having to fill in for Sergeant McGrath today. So it's my privilege to find out how little you know. I also have the misfortune of being one of the 5 poor slobs who's going to be assigned you turkeys as partners next week. That being the case, I'm most interested in finding out if any one of you has any brains today. Now that we got that said, quit squirming in your seat. What's the matter? You got the itch? Now, I suppose you bums have been doing your homework on the police manual and a few of the other things they've given you. Well, let's find out if you've learned anything. You, Itchy, tell me the proper procedure for applying handcuffs.
Officer first informs perpetrator that he's under arrest. Officer then orders perpetrator to extend both hands. Officer then places handcuffs securely on one wrist. Officer then orders perpetrator to turn around and place both hands behind his back. Officer then places cuff securely on second hand.
Okay, so you memorized pretty well. But being a policeman is a lot more than memorizing. It's knowing how to use your head. What's the major cause of death for most policemen? Huh? How do most policemen die? You, Curly. How?
Gunshot wounds?
Wrong. From disease, just like everybody else. So get hotshot, shoot 'em up ideas out of your head right now. This ain't no television show or movie. The key to a long career in this business is be careful. Let them call you a slow, dumb cop. You'll live longer. Now, I see here that, Brian Emerson scored the highest of all rookies on physical fitness and self-defense. Who's Emerson?
That's me.
You, the physical fitness champ?
That's me. I'm Emerson.
Okay. Muscle's good, Emerson, but brains are better. You, hit the lights. We're going to see some slides and take a little test.
Come in, Mrs. Emerson.
Thank you. Stephanie, I hope I'm not interrupting you.
Oh, hi. No, have a seat. Take off your coat.
Thank you. Excuse me.
Now, this one is going to have to be retyped because you misspelled my name.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, do you think we can get these out this afternoon? They're due, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
Hands but slow. Oh, you look very nice in your maternity dress.
Thank you.
Anyway, Susie's going to take his job next week.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she came by this morning. Want some sugar?
A little bit.
Okay. You gaining weight?
Yeah, a little. I don't think it shows yet, though. I guess you were pretty surprised to hear about Keith and Wendy getting married, huh?
Appalled is a better word for that.
Thank you.
Well, what brings you down here to see me?
Stephanie, I need your help.
With Brian?
Yes.
Well, for heaven's sake. I'm glad you finally came around to my point of view. Look, if we get together on this,
but
I know we can talk him out of being a policeman. I know we can. Maybe he'll even come back to work here at the
Stephanie,
station.
wait a minute. No, that's not what I wanted to talk to you about him being a policeman. I just need your help about the apartment.
The apartment?
I can't stand it anymore. It is so awful. I mean, the curtains, what's left of them, look like cheesecloth. Really, the oven doesn't work, the temperature gauge is off, the faucets all leak. You know, his refrigerator doesn't make ice cubes.
I know.
Yeah, you've been there, you've seen it. And it's stupid to live there when I've got a beautiful apartment just waiting. All the rent is paid for a year.
And Brian won't move in.
Yeah. I was hoping maybe you'd help me convince him.
How?
I've got the perfect idea. Now, do you remember all that baby furniture you said we'd be needing?
Well, sure.
Oh, I think you meant you were going to buy it, didn't you?
I meant I was going to give it to you for a present.
Right. Well, if you could buy it now and have it delivered now, then Brian would see how crowded it's going to be, and there just wouldn't be enough room for us all.
Do you remember when you were pregnant and you came to me for help?
Yeah, you were wonderful.
And you remember when Brian wasn't quite sure what he was going to do, had a little trouble making up his mind, you came to me. And who made sure that there would be enough money for you?
You did. I'm really grateful, too.
And when I needed your help, when Brian decided to be a policeman, what did I get from you? A flat refusal.
Well, that was different. Stephanie, you were asking me to go against something I knew Brian really wanted. You wanted me to go behind his back. I can't do that. This marriage is too important.
Oh, I see. And having the furniture delivered now, would that be going behind his back?
No, come on, this is different. I mean, it's something he's going to have to face eventually anyway. I just want to speed up the process a little bit.
Oh, I understand. Now, what makes it okay is it's something you want. I'll tell you something, Kristen. It's a new year, and I've turned over a new leaf. I have been giving and giving and giving to this family for years, and everything always gets dumped right back in my lap. When he's gone off with Keith, and Brian still thinks he wants to be a policeman, that's not going to come to any good, I can tell you. So from now on, when people in this family want some cooperation from me, they're going to have to give me some cooperation.
I'm sorry, Stephanie. My marriage comes first.
Gee, I'm sorry, too. I guess we don't have a deal.
Brian?
Yeah, Kristen, what's the matter? What's up?
Nothing's wrong. They told me downstairs you were up here.
Yeah. Yeah, something wrong?
No, I was just in the neighborhood. I thought I'd give you a ride home. You're all down to class, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I've been out since 1600, but I'm supposed to be down to self-defense now. I still got 2 hours to go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'll see you home for dinner, okay?
Oh, and we have to go to Martin Turner's Club afterwards. You didn't forget, did you?
No, I haven't forgotten.
Are you mad at me for coming by here?
No, I'm not mad, but don't make a habit of it, okay?
No, I wouldn't. I just hope that I didn't make a mistake today. I mean, I don't want to blow your image here.
No, it's okay. I'm okay. I gotta concentrate on this assignment. It's really bugging me.
What is it? What were you doing?
I'm looking through these slides. You want to see them?
Yeah, can I?
All right. These are all slides of a car. The same car, from all different angles, see? Now, the car's been pulled over by a patrolman. The question is, why? Why was the car pulled over?
Maybe the guy was speeding.
Now, forget that. One guy's already been laughed out of class with that one. Now, it's something about the car itself. Wait a minute, let me see. What's that?
Okay, Turkey, I didn't say you had 5 days to do it. What is going on here?
I'd like you to meet my wife, Kristen, Patrolman Colton.
Hi.
Hello. Kristen, is it?
Kristen, yeah.
You brought in a little help from home, Emerson?
No, she just...
No, I just got here just this minute.
That's okay, it's all right. The place can use a little decoration. So what'd you come up with, Emerson? How about it?
I think maybe... I know what it is. I think the license plate was stolen.
You do? Well, how about that? How in the world did you come up with an idea like that?
Because, well, here, I'll show you. Okay. Now, this license plate right here has mud splattered on it. But the bumper has no mud. It has dust and it has dirt, but the license plate itself has mud splattered on it that I think was splattered by cars passing in front of it. In other words, this back license plate on this car is actually off the front of another car. That's the only way that mud could have gotten on that plate.
You can shut that off. Not bad. In fact, right on the money. Now, I knew you were smart as soon as I saw you. Maybe your old man's a pretty sharp turkey, too. Don't give up on him yet. You're due down in the gym.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way,